Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know if we're going to end this demo being... Okay. I do not know if I'm going to actually finish this demo. I mean, they look really good. I cannot say that I'm really disliking it. I am not. But I only have, for today, I only have 1 more hour, and I have to end this. My biggest issue is the text box. As I told you, like, it's really getting into me. Okay, so I'm really sorry, but I might not be able to actually continue the demo on the next day. Okay, like, if it was a different color, I would probably be telling you it's fine, we can continue, but I don't think so. It's really messing with me. So yeah, we'll continue maybe like 1 hour. Yeah, probably we'll see it. I thought you had an eye on her. It's like chapter 2. Sorry, how could you lose her? Well, I thought she was with you.
Why would she be with me? God, you're so irresponsible!
The bickering, escalating in volume, began to draw attention towards the group.
Ahem. You two, settle down. Just you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know he was going to say the next part.
You activated it, right?
Yeah, they have like this issue too. Like, they could have put like the phrase on the other one, and
Zafan?
Of course, what do you take me for? Despite his confident words, he was sweating bullets as he checked the software on his phone. Ah, shit. What do you mean, shit? Zafan, you didn't? Zafan felt himself having palpitations that were strong enough to knock out any human.
Now, Aries, thou shalt not commit violence against thy fellow man.
You shut it, Angel. Wait, I can just call her. Hold your horses. Hurry. Before he burst a vessel. Zafan regarded the others with an indignant stare, though all of their faces held a tinge of worry. I hope she picks up. That's what she has a phone for, doesn't she? We can find her regardless, Aries. Do not fret so much. Shh, she picked up. They all huddled in closer. It was a peculiar sight. 5 handsome men all huddled together in the middle of the street over one phone. A few passersby wondered if there was some sort of host club nearby, but their demeanor suggested that they wouldn't be taking any customers. Hello? Oh, good. She didn't throw it this time. This isn't my first time using it. Excuse me, miss. Who are you talking to? Where are you? Is that your husband? Perfect. Tell him we have a deal for him too. I'll give you the address so he can come join our little party. My God, what type of business is this? They all stared intensely at his phone. Zafan's phone pinged a few moments later. Check it.
I am. God, your bannies are in such a twist.
Not the time, Zafan. Zafan growled under his breath, then input the address into an app. Oh, thank God. Okay, she's in some weird little build. Aries grabbed Zafan's phone without waiting for him to finish and started to run. What the... Bro! Hello? As the fan protested, the other man had already zoomed right behind Aureus. You better give that back, you little... And the fan too joined the pursuit. Can I go now? I had been led into this rather dodgy looking place. The people did not seem like they wanted to harm me, but they were annoyingly persistent. But you won't be able to get your free cruise if you leave. Okay, I had no idea what they were talking about. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You'll really be helping us out, miss. I got a sick daughter at home, and she'll be able to eat for a week. I do like to help people, I guess. And we want to help you too. So you see, we are offering 2-bedroom condos, and I raised my hand. Sorry to interrupt, but I have a question. Certainly, miss. What is a cruise and what is a condo? Eh? You're pulling our leg, ain't you? His countenance slid from cheerful to displeased rather quickly. No. I was being genuine. What was so wrong? If you've just been wasting our time, why would you watch our presentation about timeshares if you aren't willing to buy?
I can't buy anything if I don't have any money. You promised a free trip. I think you're the one that's wasting my time.
It's like, this doesn't seem to fit in here, but yeah, and she always talks like a lunatic, I don't know. The group sitting around him stood up and approached me. They loomed in closer and I swallowed. I was in danger. It's okay, I can take them on. Felix taught me how to take on groups like these ones easy. However, I just realized that I had not been given any weapon yet. Damn it. Wait, I could just run. Before I could make a break for it, a loud thud interrupted my plans of escape. Get your hands off our girl! While in fact, there were no hands on me, but it did not matter. Aureus had landed an impressive kick on the man before me. Hey, what's the big idea? Shame on you, preying on naive women for your scams. I thought we weren't supposed to harm humans. This is an exception. Kidnapping is a very serious crime after all. That said, how could you let yourself get kidnapped? Well, they asked if I wanted adventure and offered a free trip. And you said yes? How did you fall behind so easily? I'm sorry. Did you forget about us? What do you take us for? Shut up. He kicked the man back down. Let us get out of here and then continue this conversation. Bastards, don't think you can get away with this so easily. Try it and I'll kill you. Or, at the very least, get the authorities to put an end to your little operation. This is perfectly legal.
I know how to get a harassment charge on you. Very easily.
Broke bastards. Caim rolled his eyes and flashed something at the man. It was some sort of black rectangle. But it caused the gang to become flustered. How strange. The entire path outside, Aureus had dragged me along by the wrist, albeit with a gentle hold. What were you thinking, following strangers? This is not what... He stopped himself abruptly and drew my curiosity. I tilted my head, prompting him to finish his sentence. What? That's not what a sensible person does. It was hard to shake them off, they were so insistent. And you said not to harm... Alright, let us clarify some things. If anyone bothers you, shake them off. Stick to us for now, though. You'll be doing jobs on your own one day. However, you are still a fish out of water. Now, Aries, calm down. Let us enjoy some crepes and return. Crepes. You probably say crepes. Crepes is another thing, right? Crepes. Like this happens to me because I'm just reading it raw and then I'm like, oh wait, not that. You are thinking of food at a time like this. I think this is the perfect time. She is unharmed, is she not?
You are, right? Otherwise I will return to bestow punishment.
I'm fine, although I am somewhat confused. I still have no idea what was happening. Zafan will brief you on the details while we go to a particularly delicious crepe. Right, crepe.
So I see. Your true motive for this outing.
Zafan explained the concept of these timeshares and what they entailed. I didn't understand quite clearly, but he told me to not get deceived like that again. In my defense, I had found myself caught up in the moment. After all, this was a whole new world to me. What flavor are you going to get, Irina? Oh, there's so many options. I think you'll like this one. He pointed to a picture of a crepe that had strawberries and chocolate. No, I wouldn't say that. No. Not. I eat strawberries and they are very healthy. But as I told you, since I'm prone to allergies, when I eat a lot of strawberries, I start getting the effects of the allergies. And I'm not the biggest fan of berries. I am not. They are very good for you because of the antioxidants that they have. But I'm not the biggest fan. So I'm not usually the person to pick up strawberry flavors and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I do eat them. It's just not my favorite thing. Okay, personally, I prefer cookies and cream. Yeah, cookies and cream is good. What a childish taste. And what will you'll be having, Oreos? Chocolate hazelnut. That's better. Yeah. We each put in our orders and waited one by one to receive our selection. Although I wouldn't go to any of those. I would probably prefer another thing. Would you like to try some of mine? And you can try mine too. It is matcha flavored. Oh my god. Now that's one I cannot resist. Yes. I took a nibble of Seir's crepe. It wasn't too sweet. Oh my god. Yeah, that one. I never tasted the one with matcha flavor. No. Yeah. What's matcha? It's made of green tea leaves. They make tea flavored things now. Amazing. Here, try some of mine too. See, you're flushed and took a small bite from mine in return. Delicious. Oh, no fair. I want to share too. Oreo scooped as a fan and I exchanged flavors. You're just jealous, Oreos. I doubt it. He seems to not like me very much. Oh. I voiced that out loud. That isn't true at all. He was the most worried about you.
He almost tore off Zafon's hand.
Yeah, he's probably got like a tune and broke my phone. He just doesn't show it to you. I will kill all of you if you don't shut up. And who said I don't like you, Irina?
I'm just not simpering over you like those other thirsty bastards.
Now, that isn't called for. We are simply being polite and caring. Who was the one that got on our asses over how her place should look? It should be comfortable. What are you idiots thinking? Aries scruffed him. Shut it, or the crap gets it. Fine, Minnie. As a fan pouted and retreated to a safe location to finish his snack. After getting crepes, we went shopping. Kane pulled out that card from before often, and I finally asked what it was and how we were able to get so many things with it. That, my dear, is called a credit card. You can use it to purchase things. It's the doom of our society. Yeah, money is like that thing, you know? Like, we really need it to survive, but it's like we kind of became like slaves of it, haven't we? Kind of start feeling that with our economy. It is like magic. Wow, can we use magic to purchase things? Sorcery. Not magic, but rather the power of good investment and supernatural powers. Sorcery. Indeed, it is. Typically, we rely on Cain to make financial purchases in the modern world due to how his little magic works. Of course, though, cash is timeless if you know the inflation rate and the dates on your notes. I once gave a shopkeeper in the early 90s a heart attack. I forgot how far a single note went back then. Can currency change so much? Inflation is its own beast, Irina. But economics is no fun to talk about, so let's get some boba. Lilia's favorite human invention. Be sure to buy her a cup too, or she'll pout all week. I had no idea what this boba thing was, but the guys decided it was easier to show than tell. Are these little balls? Are they safe to eat? Why do they float around? They are made of tapioca? I was looking around at the other patrons at the shop, who each had their own cup of similar looking drinks. Yes, they are totally eatable and just as nice as the tea. I never had tea that looks like this either. There was a colorful menu before me with delightful pictures painted with all sorts of colors. I had never seen such picturesque food illustrations before back in my lifetime. How the world has changed. Which one should I get? I think milk tea is always a safe option. My personal favorite is oolong. Oh, oolong. Yeah. I like matcha too. Oolong is good too. Game enjoys brown sugar. He kind of has like a sweet tooth, doesn't he? Cookies and cream, brown sugar. Yeah, okay, he's like saying it. He has the biggest sweet tooth among us. Yeah, I was kind of like feeling that. Oh, he doesn't look like he does. Right, more like the type of guy who would take his coffee black. I believe you fit that stereotype more. I took a sip and sighed happily as the guys bantered with each other. It was a strange day, but one I had survived, sorry. Although I had met them only the day before, I couldn't help but feel like I'll know them for much longer. With our cups of boba in hand, we were set to go back home. I was happily sipping a cup of milk tea when Cain brought his watch back out. Alright, so there is a button here under navigation that allows you to return to home. All you need to do is press it and we'll return to the hallway like before. What happens if I lose it? I would come find you. He said this very proudly, and Valfar regarded the two of us with an exasperated glance. Please do not lose it. There are some functions, however, to help you not do that. If you are too far from your device or it is broken, a distress signal will be sent out. Someone will find you then. As you are our responsibility, it will likely be one of us. Try not to rely on that though. Losing one of these can be dangerous. How so? You'll learn in time. I sighed. Yet another thing I'll find out later, I suppose. There was something that occurred to me upon our return back to stasis and away from the realm of humans. The realm of humans, I don't count amongst them anymore, do I? It was hard to accept that I was something other than a human now. It was my job to manage them now, which I still had yet to do. We didn't actually get any work done. Well, this excursion was more to test whether you would collapse from culture shock. You came close with the billboard though. Oh, and the electronics store. Aries was grinning as he continued listing places that took me by surprise. His smile widened as I pouted at him. I can't help it. Even Seir thought a giant tiger was going to leap at us from the board. It was so realistic. Okay, you only have some places where you have that. It's like Shinjuku, right? Shinjuku in Japan. And I do not know if in China or Korea they kind of like have like those billboards too. I do not know. It is true, you cannot fault her for that one. I saw you flinch as well. It was cute how you thought there were little people trapped inside boxes. But at least she did not think it was sorcery and start swinging at it. Even my card can only handle so much. Criminal charges are a bit out of my domain. You'd leave Irina in a jail? I'll break her out. As would I, but a wanted poster would make things difficult, wouldn't it not? I'm sure we could get Seir to take care of that. We could? Angel magic does have its uses.
Indeed it does. Although while I would cover for you, I advise you not to engage in criminal activities, Aina. At least not too often.
I will do my best. Back at the office, Lilia was waiting eagerly for her dessert.
Oh, you got me Rosemilk? Thanks!
Rosemilk. Lilia gratefully took the cup of tea from me and went back to work on the square box-like thing in front of her. Geez, might as well inject that stuff directly into your veins. Do not give her any ideas she could actually act on. Lilia slurped with indignation but made no rebuttal. We left her behind and went towards the parking garage. Wanna go with Valfar? He got sulky about going alone last time.
Pardon me? When have I ever sulked?
It is subtle, Valfar, but you cannot entirely hide it. I will go with you as well. You can go with Kaim and Aureus. I'm stuck with the boring ones. You can walk then. The exercise would do you well. Or I can go with the definitely not boring ones. While Kaim and Aureus teased Safan, Seir and Valfar pulled me away. I did feel bad about leaving him behind, but oh well. He would be fine, I think. Wait, did they leave already? Don't you guys leave me too? We had gone to the parking garage and Valfar had led us to his car. I'm seeing like I'm always with this Seir guy, which is he's kind of like weird. I do not know. Have you sat in the front before? I shook my head. Sit in the front seat beside me. I think you'll get a different view of the city. He opened the door for me and held my hand to help me inside. What a gentleman. Oh, it looks just like Kaim's car. Ouch. Huh? I got too excited while looking around and bumped my head. Oh, girl. Careful, you did that yesterday as well as she did. Did she? Your poor head won't like it if you continue bumping it. Yeah. I am aware. I could see Valfar shake his head as he closed the door. In the next instant, he was in his seat, the engine already on. These are all company cars, so they are quite similar. Usually it's Kaim or I who drive. The others can, but they are lazy. We all live in the same building. It is simply more efficient that way. So you say. I didn't have to look into the mirror to know Seir was pouting in his seat. One thing did appear strange to me, though. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. Hey, Seir, I wanted to ask you something. What is it, Irina? If you are an angel, how come you live here? I hope that doesn't offend you. You don't need to answer. You may ask whatever you wish, and I shall answer best I can. His eyes softened, and he smiled with such tenderness that my heart skipped a beat.
You need not tiptoe around me, Aina.
To answer your question, well, I do have my own abode up in heaven, but Stasis has far more entertainment to offer. Yeah, he's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, he is a guy that kind of like gets you curious about. Do you understand? Like, interesting. Sorry, sometimes like the words are so easy and they just do not come to my mind. This guy, he's kind of like, I would say like he's very interesting, but at the same time you kind of feel like there's a weirdness in there. I don't know. Since my work aligns closely with that of the Reapers, it is often convenient for me to stay down here. And he does not have friends in heaven. He teased the poor angel and was rewarded with a kick from the back. How unkind, I do. Where do you think I get all the liquor from? Liquor? The liquor that the angels have are much better fare than anything we can source here or in the human world. It's like that type of sake. Okay. Unfortunate, really. The others use me for their supply of alcohol. I am quite ill-treated, Irina. You do have your uses. Special liquor, can I try some? Valfar cleared his throat and glanced at me before making a turn. Well, it can be quite strong, so you should take it slowly. I can handle it. Back then, I used to drink well into the night with Felix. It would usually end with myself passed out and either in his bed or mine. Does this imply? He would be trapped over me or be flat on the ground. Very well, we usually drink at Kaim's place or sometimes on the rooftop. The whole building is ours, so we have our own bar. Oh, can I visit the rooftop today? Another time. We've had quite a day. It may be better to wind down at Kaim's place. All of us were quite worried when you had gotten kidnapped. I wasn't kidnapped. Aries was truly about to murder his fan for not activating the GPS on your phone. Had we not found you today, there may have been a body on our hands. I wasn't sure what the GPS was, but I felt that I should ask later rather than now. I wonder why. I do as well. While he is rather rude to you, Aries becomes terribly discomposed when it comes to you. Perhaps he likes her? I did not appreciate the tears in Seir's glance, but despite his expression, his voice relayed that he was serious. He has a terrible way of showing it then. If you like someone, you should be nice to them. Well said. After that, our conversation steered towards the various sights the city had to offer. Now that I was more used to what it was like being in a car, I could enjoy the views around me. Valfar and Seir took turns pointing out different places and told me which ones they liked and which I might like. This city is so large. It houses many people, reapers, some wandering angels like Seir here, and humans. As we mentioned, there are some humans who like being here instead of heaven, and those that are working their depths here rather than purgatory. I see. Do you like living in stasis, being a reaper, and as an angel? It isn't bad. Some days it is more difficult than others, although that is more due to my profession than my living circumstances. But I prefer it to living a human life. Does that mean you have lived as a human before? Yes, long ago. And then?
I think you can imagine how I got here.
Valfar was meant to go to heaven and reincarnate. I processed his paperwork and all. That's a little unsettling to hear. Then what happened? Valfar's fingers danced on the steering wheel for a few moments. He bit his lip as he searched for the right words. I did not wish to go back into such a cruel world. I asked what I could do to stay, and here I am. He is perhaps the first Reaper to ever volunteer for the job. And they let you? Well, we are always quite short-staffed. Denying me would deprive them of an extra set of hands. And I suppose I show my worth through my work, haven't been reprimanded yet. We had arrived back home before I could prod further, which prompted a natural end to the conversation. Looks like we are here. Okay, at least we have like another type of background in here. I can't believe you guys left me with these two. Believe me, it's not like we were dying to be in your company either. Welcome, Irina. I do believe it is your first time visiting one of us. I find myself quite flattered. Well, it is not like she really decided to do so herself. She's here to drink with us. I'm ready for this special angel liquor. Do be careful. Were you able to hold your alcohol well in your past life? Very well. Are you scoffed? I can too. Still, let's take it slow.
Don't worry so much. I got this.
Valfar turned to Kaim for support. I gave them both the best pleading expression I could manage. It's not like it can hurt you, although you will be very dizzy if you go overboard. I've heard it is similar to what hangovers are like for humans. For an angel like Seir, he simply gets sleepy and elated. Seir nodded happily while Kaim poured out drinks for everyone. They came in different colors and hues. Both Kaim and I had drinks with softer colors. His was in purple and mine was colored pink. I had a little umbrella in mine. It was quite cute. Oh, I didn't know you had those umbrellas. How come I didn't never get any, Mr. Bartender? I didn't buy this for you. I bought this for Irina. Oh, man. That is very sweet of you, Kame. I will cherish this tiny umbrella. As the fun recovered from the slide, I settled down into the plush couch. Ah, this is nice. I've never had drinks with so many people before. Usually I would end the day with my family or Felix, and he was the only drinking partner I ever had. Hearing the others' conversations was relaxing, and a smile crept onto my lips as I listened. So, how do you like your trip to the modern-day human world? Zafan directed the conversation to me suddenly, and I wasn't sure what to say. I took a sip of my drink before answering. It was sweet and took the edge of the alcoholic taste. It's overwhelming, but I think it has so many things to offer. I'd like to see them all. So much has changed, but I do wonder if society has changed. Oh, society has really changed. What was it like in your time? As a fan, the typically serene Seir murmured a warning to the redhead, but I didn't mind his question. Well, where I came from, the nobility ruled all. It's not a happy story. I laughed awkwardly and focused on sipping my drink. I didn't want to bring the mood down, so it seemed to be wiser to stay quiet.
If you wish to speak about it, do not hesitate.
You are one of us now. Our ears are open to whatever your heart has to say.
And we wish to know about you. It's kind of like weird, like this partial voicing, which is like some are talking and the others are not talking. At least they could put like at the same time. Now they all talk, kind of like that. And they just kind of did it in a very, very random way. And our character only seems to talk when she's I don't know, very infuriated about something. Zafan sat down next to me and put his hand on my shoulder in a gesture of support. If you do not wish to speak, then do not feel pressured to. I nodded and looked at each of them in turn. They are all so kind to me. I'm sure they know the subject matter will be heavy to hear, but even so. I took a few more sips to loosen my nerves. Noblesse oblige. Yeah, right. They did just as they pleased, and everyone bent to their will. My words held a bitter taste in my mouth, but I did not stop. When someone didn't, they'll disappear mysteriously, but not before their reputations were tarnished beyond repair. So no one would care when they'll die or simply vanish. Better off that way, isn't it? No one complains when the trash has been removed, right? It was a dark sentence, and I could feel the discomfort in the atmosphere. At last, Val 4 broke the silence. It is appalling. It is. Anyways, let us get back to drinking. I busied myself in my glass, but the conversation around me had yet to resume. I appreciated the opportunity and the company truly, but I wanted to wither under the concerned stares directed at me. You should finish your thoughts, Irina. Do not let it fester in your heart. No matter how many years may have passed, the wounds in my heart had yet to heal. Even if the passage of time had allowed me to cope with them, to me they were still fresh. I was one such thorn in their society. My best friend was someone who was well desired and very distinguished. To this day, I wonder why he kept me in his company. That man who went on to destroy the world? I could understand what this stone meant to convey, but I ignored him regardless. Yes, he should have been married by then, or with someone of an equal stature. I was wasting his time instead of someone who was worthwhile and who would have been his wife. I was always at his side as his friend. It was no wonder that no one could grow close to him when I had demanded so much of his time. You were not lovers? Caim abandoned his drink and leaned forward, a strange glint in his eyes, or perhaps it was the shine of his spectacles. No, our relationship was nothing of that sort. And yet he tore up the entire country to avenge you? Did you turn him down?
He never indicated that kind of interest in me.
Oh my god. The men all glared at each other and then back at me.
It is too late now to do anything about it, of course. But perhaps you never noticed his affections.
Not that it would change the outcome in any way. I could perhaps see someone taking drastic measures for a friend, but an attempt to destroy the world, perhaps he loved you. He attempted to hide his smirk behind his glass, but he wasn't fooling me. Luckily, Aries saved me, and with a certain amount of sensitivity I did not ever expect of him.
Does it matter now? She clearly never noticed. You are such terrible gossips.
Forgive me for prying. Life gets monotonous after a few hundred years. As they bickered amongst one another, I found my thoughts getting more muddled by the minute. My God, what if he did love me? Everything would make sense. The casual caresses against my head, the way he twirled my hair. How he fused over me constantly and never left my side. How it was always me on his arm at every gathering. Goodness, I was an idiot. All the things that he's done for me. Such as? He was waiting for me to answer, as did the rest of the men. Yeah. You do have a lot of men that are kind of like this, and they play the childhood friend for whatever, forever. I already told you this. I find them to be cowards. I think they are cowards. I mean, if you are interested in a person, even if you were like childhood friends, whatever, you should come out and just say it. And like I noticed this, and I would say like you kind of notice this quite a lot with especially the Japanese people, because they have like these, it's a cultural thing of like you need to be considered, and since you need to be considered about the other people, it's kind of like, oh, I may not be a considerate person if I express my feelings, and the other person is going to feel, for them it's more like the other person is going to feel conflicted, and they do not want that because of that considering thing that it's deeply engraved and rooted inside of them. And I cannot with that, you know, because of my own personality. I cannot with that. It hurts me. I'm like, dude, stop like being like that. It's so dense, and all of it is just say it. It messes with my mind, because there are moments where you say like I myself, I was always like the person that I was interested in someone, I would say, but I did had a moment in my life where I was interested in someone and I could not say nothing about it. Why? Because there was like something in there that was kind of like beyond us, a status kind of thing, okay? Like I was a student, he was a teacher, and although I was already a grown-up, okay? Do not start thinking about things. I was already a grown-up. But, I mean, because you have like a status kind of thing, you, in there, you kind of feel like, okay, maybe I shouldn't cross this boundary, okay? I understand that when you have like a boundary in there, like status boundary, something like that, and you start like, okay, maybe I should not cross this boundary, okay? But that thing of like, oh, we were together since childhood, then I understood that I liked it. I mean, you could even had that situation of like revealing and the other person didn't understood, and they are like, they're like, oh, you're just kidding and stuff like that. Okay, I can understand that too, but at least you tried. Do you understand? Like, at least you tried. But that person that it's just like, oh, I'm just going to be the friend and caring and all, but I really love this person, and I never ever took the courage to even like try to see. Like, you could even like just say like this, like, okay, I have this feeling for you, but it's totally fine if you're not into. I just want to know if you feel the same or not. Kind of like, let's just, like, I don't want to break our friendship nor nothing. I'm just telling you this because, I just want to know, do you have an interest or not? You can continue trusting me. Just, you can have like this simple conversation. You can have with the other person. I did that. And I was refused too. And I mean, you need to deal with it. You need to grow some balls. Men, especially you, men, grow some balls and do it. Honestly. Like, even if you just want to know, if you want to know. So when I start seeing like these stories of, oh, they were childhood friends, but he never confessed or she never confessed, whatever. And I'm like, oh, God, honestly, okay. It's just, I suppose it's those gestures that could have been considered romantic, and even more than that, the way others perceived us. I sunk my head into my hands. It was all my fault. I was stepping into a world that was beyond my reach. Romantic or otherwise, I should have stayed away. I didn't know my place. I was greedy, and my entire family paid the ultimate price for it. Okay, maybe he never confessed it because there was like a boundary in there, a status boundary, something like that. I can understand because you do sometimes have like some kind of real boundary in there. Okay, when you do not have, it's like, just say it. But it's hard because you need to have the balls, right? And that's what messes with me. It's like people not having the balls to do things in life. But okay. Then you pass like an entire lifetime regretting because I could have done it and I never did. Yeah. Well, that's bullshit. He slammed his hand down hard on the table and his drink spilled over. Aries came, coughed to cover up his surprise and elegantly dabbed the corner of his mouth with a handkerchief, but Aries did not relent. Oh, it's kind of funny that I'm only now seeing that Kaim has like what is the name of it? I never know. When you have like one eye of one color and the other eye of another color. I keep forgetting the name of it. You are not good enough to be with your friend? Do you really buy that? And that was the reason that whatever happened to you happened. I knew you were an idiot, but to this extent? Hey! Aureus. Surprisingly, it was Valfar who rebuked him, while Seir stepped in between the two of them. I understand your feelings, but this is a kinder way to express them. You really need to be more tactful. Sorry. He looked appropriately abashed for once. I'm surprised at his outburst, but at least it stems from good intentions, right? It's okay, I didn't think you would feel so strongly. I do not like people thinking they are lower than anyone else. That's just stupid. But I should not have insulted you like that. I apologize. He looked down at his feet, then at the mess in front of him. You better hope that does not stain, or else you will be owning me much more than an apology too. The grin on Kaim's face forced me to recoil, and I wasn't even the one in danger. Aureus, how come you are never sorry for all the things you call me? Is it because Irina is a girl? Wow, Aureus. Ouch. Valfar had gone over and smacked them each of their heads. You two, get something to clean with before Kaim's table is destroyed. If you continue to tease him, I fear something worse may happen. He added this under his breath and shook his head as the two troublemakers marched away to do as told. I went back to Kaim, grass in hand, in hopes of another drink. My umbrella lay sadly limp at the bottom, and I wished for it to rise again. May I have a refill, Kaim? Did you enjoy it? Yes, it was good. I'm very happy to hear so. Are you still feeling steady? Quite so. Then I'll oblige your request, miss. He smiled at my confidence and topped my drink up again. My little umbrella was floating once more. The desire for another drink was partially because I wanted to forget the memories that had suddenly resurfaced. I did feel a tinge through my body, but I wanted to relax and not think about my past more strongly. While I am pleased that you are enjoying my concoctions, Valfar will have my hide if you get too drunk. I'll protect you from him. I shall hold you to that. While he was concerned with my alcohol intake, I decided to study his drinking habits instead. I noticed that his sips were slower and more sparse. Kaim, do you never become inebriated? That is a good question. I drink more heavily when I'm alone. And why is that? Because I'm afraid of what I would admit when my tongue is loosened. I am very afraid of what I might say I never got drunk. Never. And I can actually hold quite a lot. As I told you, because I've been drinking since a kid. But when I start feeling that I'm getting a bit tipsy, I am like, okay, we're going to stop here. I'm like, we are going to stop. For two different things. Which is, I am like him. I am kind of afraid of saying, and there was just one situation where I started talking very brightly, and people started perceiving that, they're like, oh, you are very cheerfully talking about things that I really like it, and I didn't wanted people to know about, and I was like, oh my god, I'm really getting drunk in here. So yeah, I'm quite afraid of losing my tongue too. And the other thing is, I absolutely do not want hangovers. I do not want that. That's why I always like, I have like this limit to myself. It's just like, okay, we reach here, I am feeling a bit tipsy, it's fine, we stop here. I do not want to, like, I just told you about the migraines and how hard it is to deal with them, so I'm like, no way I want like hangovers, no way, no. So for me it's always like those things. Although I do feel kind of like more sleepy than actually feeling like I'm going to do something that is going to, I don't know, shock someone. For me, it's more like I start getting a bit more sleepy than anything else. Don't we all? That is very human-like of you. Cain paused for a short while and stirred his drink in contemplation. Is it really?
To be human is to suffer, right?
It is to suffer.
Now that is quite a dark take. Is suffering simply not a part of life, no matter the kind of being?
Yeah. Then what makes a Reaper different from a human?
The way you all approach things, human emotions are much different.
The pair returned with a few cleaning supplies and in time to join our discussion. But if you also ache, laugh, and desire, then where lies the difference between humans and ourselves? The extent? The things humans do for their desires is something unthinkable for us. Is there nothing you would do anything for? They all went quiet after that. Have I just given some food for thought, or am I really good at killing conversations? Okay, I think I'm going to stop here because it's been some time and these blues are kind of killing me. I'm also getting a bit sore on my vocal cords. It's always like this. I can handle like at maximum 4 to 5 hours, then I start feeling like I cannot handle anymore. But let's stay in here. That's what I was going to tell you. I do not know. Like, this probably has more. Yeah, I think this probably has more. But the blues, as I told you, I cannot handle these navy blues. The blues are killing me. In this text box. So, I mean, this would be the type of game that I would not get simply because of that. And there's like a ton of games that I really would like to play, and I feel like I cannot because these navy type of blue colors, they kill my brain. I cannot put it in another way. So another thing is that I think the game is kind of okay. There are things in here that I'm a bit like reluctant. I don't know. You know, like I don't know. Which is like, it's kind of okay to see them bickering with one another. You know, that's like a, and you kind of even laugh about the interactions between them. But it's kind of like I'm feeling like we're getting to no point in here. You know, like kind of like we're going into, I don't know, maybe 3 hours into the game, and we haven't done nothing yet. You know, we just went out and to the city, the human world city, and now we're drinking at one of them's houses, and like when is like the real story going to start? You know, yes, you are getting bits by bits, okay, of what they need to do and what they are kind of like showing us more about, you know, the characters a little, telling us a bit more about the characters and all of it. It's just in a very relaxed way. Let's say it's been put in a very relaxed way. So I would say, yeah, it seems okay, but just because of these blues, I would not get it. Just because of that. There's also the thing that I was telling you about, because I need to raise awareness to this, which is like, I do not know the state of this game, okay? As I told you, like, it's been for 4 years now, in probably a kickstart situation, and it's still going on the same level. Let's say it like that. So I don't know what to tell you about this. There was another one that I'm not going to bring the demo of that one. But there was another one that was like this, and it had like really good visuals. It was a Chinese one, and it was kind of like this. It was like from 2018, and for years and years and years on end, they were like kickstarting it. And you only, even if you go on Steam, I'm not going to tell you what name it is because I don't know by my head. And you had it like for years on a Kickstart, and now you still only have the demo. Like they gave it as like a free one right now. I think it's a free one right now. But yeah, they never went to actually finish the product. You know, but from between those years that they were like asking for people's support, where did that money went? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, I don't know if this does not suffer from the same situation. So it's not because I'm bringing these demos into the channel that I want you to think that I'm really recommending them. I am playing them along as you are seeing with me, and I am making my judgments and opinions, as releasing my opinions as I'm playing it, you know. So I leave it to you. If you, as I always say, I leave it to you. If you want to take a look at them, play them, feel them by your own, you know, support them or not, or it's up to you, okay? So let me just let this quite straight from here. So yeah, I'm going to stop in here this demo, and I'm sorry, I do not think I'm going to continue this one tomorrow, although I had all of the intentions. But now with these blues, no, I cannot. Honestly, I'm going to reach a point that I cannot. I'm already reaching it, so I don't want to get more migraines tomorrow. So no, please, do not want. So yeah, that's it. I hope tomorrow we can bring another one. Thank you very much for being in there with me, watching the videos. Thank you.